Hey, what's up everyone? TJ here. In this video, we're going to be breaking down the LibTech Cold Brew snowboard. I had the chance to test this board out in Japan at a resort called Hanazono, and we had really favorable conditions to test this style of board. Everything ranging from chunky, icy spots to deep powder and everything in between, so let's get right into it. All right, so the Cold Brew is a directional, all-mountain freeride focused snowboard. As far as the directionality goes, it does have an overall directional shape, so a slightly longer nose and tail outside the contact points. That's those widest points on the nose and tail where you get most of your control. It also has a pretty significant setback, so within the side cut, the insert packs where you mount the bindings are shifted about 1.5 inches closer to the tail. So that's naturally gonna keep your weight shifted back closer to the tail of the snowboard. And it also has a very slight taper. It's a 4mm taper. That means the tail is just a little bit narrower than the nose, but 4mm, honestly, pretty negligible. And another highlight on this snowboard is that it's naturally a little bit wider. I wouldn't call it a wide snowboard by any means. They do make it in some wide sizes if you're looking for that, if you got a larger boot size. But even the 149 is a 25.5 at the waist. I rode the 157 and that was over 26 centimeters at the waist. So for any of you guys with a larger boot size, that's going to be helpful to prevent heel or toe drag. And it also gives the board a little bit more surface area overall. That added surface area combined with the setback, directional shape, and overall rocker dominant profile are going to help give this board some nice float and powder. The Cold Brew runs LibTech's C2 camber profile, so that's a rocker camber profile, rocker between the feet, camber underfoot with an overall rocker dominant shape. They complemented that with a bit of a stiffer flex. Honestly, that was probably the most surprising thing for me riding the Cold Brew, but it does add some nice stability to this snowboard and really helps out in those more all mountain situations, going through variable snow or on those steeper technical descents. I found that stiffer flex combined with the rocker dominant profile was actually a lot of fun for drops. That was one of the biggest highlights for me on this snowboard. If you're out there looking for natural features, looking for natural drops, I think the Cold Brew handles that really well. Another feature that really helped out in the more variable terrain was magna traction. So the Cold Brew is going to have the more aggressive 7-point magna traction on ice. That's really going to help bite down and give you a lot of extra grip. You can feel it in the softer snow as well. This board does have a lot of grip, but it really stands out when you're on the ice. You can actually throw some weight into your turns and feel confident even on those more firm, icy conditions. I also thought the Cold Brew was a lot of fun for carving. Even at slow speeds with that rocker dominant shape, I had really quick turn initiation, could go edge to edge very quickly, steering from the middle of the snowboard. And it does have a pretty large side cut as well. The 157 is over 8 meters, so you can feel that help you out at higher speeds, but honestly, still fun whether you're going slow or fast. I found the Cold Brew to be really fun for carving as well. Later in the day, while I was feeling out this snowboard, we did venture out some of the side country gates at Hanazono and actually found some pretty good powder. So I got to feel this board out in some relatively deep snow, and I found the Cold Brew does float quite well. It's not a snowboard that you need to worry about taking out into the powder. It's a nice, versatile snowboard for that all-mountain freeride powder category. It handles all that pretty well. I think the biggest standouts for me on this snowboard are the overall feel and the stability you get for drops and landings, whether that's on more firm snow or on soft snow. I think it handles that really well. And also how much fun it was for carving. The fact that it feels really comfortable at high speeds and you still get smooth, quick turn initiation at slow speeds as well, plus the magna traction so you can carve on pretty much any terrain, I found to be a lot of fun and definitely something that stands out to me on the Cold Brew. As far as rider and mind goes, I think it's better suited for more intermediate riders on the low end because it does have a bit of an aggressive feel to it. Still going to be a lot of fun if you're a more advanced rider. It comes in at a really fair price point, right around $450 US. I think it brings a lot of value for that price point, so good option whether you're just getting into things or you're a more experienced rider just looking to add something to the quiver. This isn't a board I'd recommend for park riding. You definitely could take it in there, but it is quite directional. It's fairly stiff. It's got that 7-point magna traction, so overall better suited for more exploratory riding, getting in the trees, getting in the alpine, and doing that kind of stuff. If you want to check out the cold brew in more detail, I'm going to have it linked down in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. And don't forget that if you use the links in the description before your next purchase, you're helping to support the channel at no additional cost to you. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in a new video soon.